Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Amar Kumar. In this video, I will talk about one of the biggest challenge organizations face today is to protect their data and resources against the security breaches like identity theft, identity spoofing, etc. through internal or external untrusted sources while granting unmonitored access to the applications and devices their users need. This has created the need of providing a safe and secure place to store identifiable information to organizations of all sizes to keep their assets secure. However, this challenge can be easily mitigated by properly implementing an effective identity and access management program. In this video, we will be talking about the dynamics of identity and access management system. We will refer identity and access management as IAM. Some people also refer as IDAM. I always prefer using abbreviations of any lengthy sentences, hope you don't mind. During this video, we will be covering following topics. What is IAM? We'll go through with the scenario of no IAM versus IAM. We'll talk about risk of not having IAM. We'll also highlight initial IAM implementation challenges. We will understand IAM capability followed by IAM lifecycle management. We'll talk about IAM solutions to some of the common issues and we'll cover its benefits. We'll also talk about some common IAM pitfalls. Let's get started. Let's find some standard definitions now. Gartner says identity and access management is the discipline that enables the right individuals to access the right resources at the right time for the right reasons. As per Wikipedia, identity management, also known as identity and access management, is a framework of policies and technologies for ensuring that the proper people in the enterprise have the appropriate access to technology resources. You can find many definitions while you Google IAM. All of these definitions will have one common thing, that identity and access management solution ensures secure and suitable access to resources distributed across diverse technology environment and meet increasingly severe compliance requirements in an organization. Now let's understand by evaluating scenarios where organizations have not implemented IAM versus organizations have implemented IAM. Let's first talk about where organizations have not implemented IAM. This is a typical IT architecture. As you can see in this diagram, there are multiple identity data sources, multiple administration points, multiple data synchronizations and replications, results to data redundancies, and most importantly, users get authenticated individually in all the applications every time they access. Now let's check out the scenario where IAM is implemented. As you can see in this diagram, IAM can reduce the multiple identity data sources to single and centralized identity data sources, which further eliminate the need of multiple data synchronizations and replications. Keep the single administration point compared to multiple administration point in no IAM scenario, and most importantly, it offers single sign-on to multiple applications. Now let's deep dive more into the risk of not having IAM in an organization, and the first risk is inefficient identity lifecycle management. In any organization, change is a constant. New employees gets in, current employee leave, move or change positions across the department in the same company. Job roles are altered periodically and many more such similar cases. Every time it requires granting and revoking authorization. Managing this entire activities manually take more time and efforts in any organization. Second point is inadequate access of application. Incorrect allocation of identity to application, no clear role definitions, inaccurate classifications of identities, all results in users receiving access to the data pool may disrupt users' work. And as a consequence, it may impact on business and the productivity. If no clear roles are defined, administrator will not have clear context information and often have two choices: to grant excessive access or refuse it altogether. Next point is multiple administration group. You have seen in no IAM scenarios, this may lead to task and policy redundancy. And the next issue is problematic data security and audit deficiency. Without a central identity management system, data control issues are a real possibility. When developing or implementing new applications, every project team have to add these controls functionalities to the newly created application, may lead to schedule and cost overrun. Now next issue is too much data access within internal team. According to 2018 study of cybersecurity insiders, 90% of organizations feel exposed to internal attacks. Another survey found that 75% of security incidents results from internal risks. And the next issue is more work for the help desk. like expired or forgotten password, logged user accounts, and many more user-specific scenarios would keep the IT support desk continuously busy, may lead to loss of productivity. Next is taking risk in security is not worth. Management is becoming well aware of the fact that running unnecessary security risks doesn't pay any values to the organization, particularly when access to sensitive data is the matter. Now let's talk about IAM implementation challenges that can impact on the IAM implementation plan and approach. And the first challenge is no common user repository. Companies typically develop and implement applications in individual projects without maintaining a common user's repository. Means every application has its own identity data source. This is quite common when applications are developed over the period of time. The lack of a centralized authoritative identity repository for users makes reconciliation a big challenge. Next challenge is multiple identity management interfaces. Each application is deployed with its own provisioning and identity management interface and with its own security systems. Next challenge is distributed workforce that allows employees to work across the geographical location and even allows them to work from remote by connecting to corporate resources are a common practice nowadays in any enterprise. This creates a challenge to any IT administrators while keeping their assets secure. Next challenge is duplication of identity across multiple applications contribute to operational inefficiencies across the enterprise. This duplication of effort increases costs, delays time to market, and reduces revenues. Next challenge is administration redundancies. Identity information and security policies are distributed across many applications, and repositories controlled by a variety of internal or external administration groups can result in inconsistent identity data across the enterprise, increased operational cost, and an ad hoc security strategy. Next issue is ad hoc security decisions. When new applications are deployed without common identity infrastructure, security decisions are often made in an ad hoc manner by developers and system administrators. Next is inconsistent process for account deactivation across the application lead to inefficiencies and security threat to the enterprise. And the next issue is lack of roles segregation. Failure to segregate duties and monitor administrators, power users, and temporary access privileges can further impede enforcement. And next challenge is no performance measurement. Compliance concerns arises when performance metrics do not exist or do not align with security requirements, such as removing identities and access privileges automatically upon an employee's termination. Now let's talk about IAM capabilities. To make you guys understand its capabilities better, I'll try to keep it simple. And the first capability is IAM offers complete identity lifecycle management, like user creation, credential management, entitlement, provisioning management, compliance, auditing, and reporting, everything under one umbrella. Second is access management. Authentication, authorization, SSO, identity federation, password management are properly segregated as processes. And the third is role management, where roles are created, fine-grained, and managed like role delegation, etc. And the fourth one is governance, risk, and compliance auditing. A strong IAM strategy provides security leaders to define performance metrics and implement periodic or real-time automated audit to meet compliance guidelines. Let's understand more from IAM Lifecycle Management overview diagram. IAM plays a vital role in end-to-end user identity journey. Starts from provisioning process, where user ID and other required attributes like groups, roles are created for further entitlement and provisioning purpose. In authentication stage, it validates users' identities, determines role using SSO services. During authorization stage, it determines the rights to access the systems and managing the system through continuous monitoring. IAM offers users a self-service where users can manage and update the personal information. User can self-resolve routine administrative issues like user attribute sync with other systems as required. In password management, it defines and enables password rules and enforcement, helps setting up procedures for creating, managing, and changing user passwords, like self-service of password change and reset. Compliance and governance defines organizations' IAM guidelines to write rules and policies, real-time ability to log and audit security events, monitor user access, ease of auditing and reporting. It also carries routine reconciliation process of access controls. And finally, during the deprovisioning stage, it automates controls to identify and revoke user access to enterprise applications and systems. In this section, we will talk about some common issues or challenges organization faces and how IAM can help resolve these challenges. And the first challenge is distributed workforce. We saw this issue during IAM implementation challenges section that today almost all organizations allow employees to work across the geographical location and allow remote access to corporate resources, a part of their productivity improvement initiative, which may cause severe security threats if it is not properly handled. A comprehensive and centrally managed IAM solution keeps the high visibility and control needed for the distributed workforce to an enterprise IT administration team. Second challenge is distributed application having individual identity data sources and administration groups. A holistic IAM solution can help administrators consolidate, control, and simplify access privileges, whether the critical applications are hosted in traditional data centers, private clouds, public clouds, or a hybrid combination of all these specs. Third challenge is silo user directory for each application. Most enterprises have made a significant investment in corporate directories such as Microsoft Active Directory to manage access to an on-premise network resources. IAM can consolidate and centralize these user directories and streamline the synchronizing process. Fourth challenge is manual provisioning and deprovisioning. A robust IAM solution can fully automate the provisioning and deprovisioning processes, giving IT full power over the access rights of employees, partners, contractors, vendors, and guests. Automated provisioning and deprovisioning speeds the enforcement of strong security policies while helping to eliminate human error. Fifth challenge is bring your own device has become acceptance in almost all the organizations nowadays. IAM can play a vital role in developing a strategy that makes it quick, easy, and secure to grant and revoke access to corporate applications on employee and corporate owned mobile devices based on corporate guidelines or regulatory compliance. Sixth challenge is compliance visibility, mean who has access to what. It is important to understand who has access to applications and data, where they are accessing it, and what they are doing with that. Through IAM, it can be fine-grained and tracked in every stages. Seventh challenge is more work for the help desk, like expired or forgotten password, request handling, logged user account request handling, and all. These scenarios keep the IT support desk continuously busy. A centralized IAM enables users to care for these problems themselves without involving the IT support team. This allows administrators to automate such common and time-consuming tasks, which save time and money. Now let's talk about IAM benefits. The first benefit is enable business growth. Putting identity and access management at the core of your business strategy will help you to grow your business. Your customer is the most important identity for your business. When your customers are managing their own identities and authorizations, you always have up-to-date and accurate customer information. The second benefit is outstanding customer experience. Succeeding in online service today is all about the user experience. Customer-centric IAM can help in multiple ways in improving the customer experience. Good user experience improves loyalty and repeated business and help you build a positive business reputation. The third benefit is increased business agility. You need to be an agile business that can adopt software as a service offerings. With SSO provisioning and centralized authorization management, you can always easily secure access to those systems without creating additional security silos. Fourth benefit is efficient operations. One of the biggest expenses that you can reduce with an IAM solution is customer service related cost. By allowing your customers to manage their own entities and authorizations, they no longer need to call your customer service desk to do activities like customer registration, create new identities, authorize and deauthorize employees, activate OTP services, resetting passwords, etc. Fifth benefit is strong security and compliance. An important factor in securing your infrastructure is to keep it as clean and straightforward as possible. Centralized policy control enables your organization to quickly adapt to change situations, and you don't have to change the application code or logic. Each connected services can have its own policy, easily configurable from the management console. Sixth benefit is bring your own devices. Identity is becoming pervasive and key to securing much of what we do on a daily basis. from our connected devices. Mobile apps connected devices will require identity technology to properly ensure privacy and prevent unauthorized access. IAM's supported protocol like OAuth authorization protocol can be used to properly authorize people, device, and processes in this interconnected world. The seventh benefit is mitigate insider threats. A growing number of breaches is caused by insiders. IAM can limit the damage caused by malicious insiders by ensuring users only have access to the systems they work with and cannot escalate privileges without supervision. Next benefit is connect everyone to everything. Connecting with people, application, and devices is a key requirement of digital transformation. When doing so, you also need to think of the increased security threats that this brings along. An IAM solution can manage the complexities of connecting with most popular identity service providers such as Twitter, Google, Facebook, etc. It does this while enforcing strict security policies with multi-factor and strong authentication. The ninth benefit is achieve good governance, risk mitigation, and compliance. When identity and access management is handled correctly, governance, risk, and compliance with regulatory demands like SOX, ISO, FDA, and BSL should naturally follow. The 10th benefit is delegate the workload and optimize IT resources. The self-service options allow for password resets and other profile maintenance to be done without IT resources and all the back and forth paperwork that goes with it. Moving the workload from IT to management allows IT specialists to focus on more engaged work. Now let's talk about IAM pitfalls. Like any other program, IAM also has its own success and failure rates based on the organization's current process maturity, if not properly managed. These are the common reasons of IAM failure. Everybody needs to understand before IAM planning and implementation. And the first pitfall is focusing on technology and not business processes. IAM is more aligned with business processes than technology. Yet many times an IAM initiative is so heavily focused on products and automation that very little focus is given to business processes. This leads to user dissatisfaction and often results in the project being deemed a failure. Second is lack of a roadmap. IAM need a tactical and strategic move and cannot be restricted to one department or line of business. Without a defined evolutionary path aligned with business objectives, it is all too common to see this initiative dissipate and implode. Next pitfall is lack of executive sponsorship. Whether IT or a line of business leads the effort, unless it has a committed executive sponsor with visibility and decision-making power, the initiative is doomed from the onset. Next pitfall is treating IAM as a project, not as a program. The issue is that even with executive sponsorship and a well-defined roadmap, without ownership, stewardship, continuity, and context, the initiative will not achieve its goal. Having a senior leader dedicated, empowered, and motivated to make the program a successful of the IAM initiative. Next is automating bad processes. During the IAM implementation, it is quite often to find some processes which are either completely manually driven or interdependent on other processes or context or person dependent. Such processes need to be identified and automated before implement IAM in the organization. Next pitfall is too much too soon. Managing scope is of course essential to any initiative to succeed, and IAM is no exception. What we believe is that an IAM initiative should be split into phases and that these phases should not exceed more than 6 months. Beyond that, we have seen organizations lose faith in the initiative because it takes too long to derive value, which ends up draining the initiative. Each phase should have a meaningful scope with well-defined and measurable milestones that address prioritized business needs. Next is not having the right team for the job. This is the second most popular reasons why an IAM initiative may fail. With deep specialization and over-allocation of resources typical of today's organization, having the right team is much more than just having the right skill sets and knowledge and the right organizational structure, but it is also being clear on the resource availability. Even if you have the right people, but they are not available to devote time to the initiative, it will go nowhere. Having said, this requires active involvement of all the stakeholders during the entire phase of the project. Next is avoid scary word during executive buy-in. Top executive is crucial in every IT program, but too often IAM fails because IAM influencers use scary words like security, risk, compliance, etc. Rather putting these scary words, put IAM advantages in quick win ROI language and executive will recognize, like explaining how this initiative will let you onboard new employee faster, use new applications more flexibly, or seamlessly engage with more strategic partners. Next pitfall is poor communication. In a recent study, only 15% of directors were very satisfied with the quality of cybersecurity information they receive from their management team. Information technology and security leaders need to take the opportunity to set the storyline for why IAM is important and its business advantages. For more information on IAM pitfalls, please visit a couple of websites, link I have mentioned in my description box. That's all for now. I hope this helps you to understand identity and access management program. Feel free to reach out to me for any queries or discussion. You can email me on amarkumar@gmail.com and I will respond to your queries. Thanks for watching. Please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet. Keep watching my videos. See you until next time.